Welcome back to Final Fantasy V. Okay, so what do we have for jobs this time around? We've got Geomancer because I'm so close to that level 1. Look, I just really want Gaia. I need to give Galuf another ability that's just... what if you just did a kind of random thing? Still very low on mage levels for, Bartz as well.
Black mage with a knife.
Look, they're not really good with that many things, but hey, what if he had a knife?
Sleepy time night.
And Beastmaster, because this one's actually going to be relevant to what we're going to be doing right now. So, before we move on to Quelb, the Werewolf Village, you do have to say the full title. We're going to walk around in circles until... Dang, taking a while to get one of these. Okay, so, we are looking for a Cornago. So we want to just remove everything else because they're annoying. But we're also going to want to lower Cornago's HP a certain amount, but not kill it so that we can catch it. This is the reason I don't particularly like the Beastmaster's catch ability. I don't really like the gimmicks where you have to mostly kill a thing before you can do a thing. Like, I'll play Pokemon, because those games are based around that mechanic, but like... Final Fantasy IX's version of Blue Magic is something I'm not particularly fond of. I don't really like... do this very specific amount of damage to a thing without killing it, in order to actually get the result you want. Now, how this normally works is, or how it resolves is, when you catch an enemy, you will later release the enemy, and it will have its own ability that it can use, depending on, you know, what it is. So it's sort of just like, what if you could use control in a different fight than what that enemy is in? There we go. Caught it in our Pokeball. Alright, so with that done, here we are in Quelb, the werewolf town. Alright, well, I guess we should answer that question. The sheep will not tell us if the gate's open. And also the doors are locked too.
There's a song in Suikoden that sounds like this, right?
Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about.
I was just being very distracted by that, sorry.
Well.
No good.
Gate's locked, so where's this Kelger person? Well, if you enter the only unlocked house, there's actually a locked door in it, so we have to leave. Oh, okay, we've done enough encroaching. No more of that. Oh no, werewolves!
Wow, the side sprites are not kind to these werewolves.
Fucking Hanna-Barbera ass.
They look like they have their mouths open. That's probably supposed to be their neck.
Alright, so here's one of the Dawn Warriors. So, one of the people who helped defeat X-Death is just a werewolf, and he looks like this. Love his design. So... you can see the Amano artwork. You can sort of see what his armor looks like a bit better. Here you can only see his collar, which is a bit of a shame because he has a very elaborate outfit. Also, since I do have the artwork up, I can also mention Kelgar's full name is Kelgar Vlondet. He does have a last name. Also, he's 63.
Oh god, and that's... Now you convert that to dog years.
No, he is ancient. So, he wants to challenge Bartz to a fight, and even though he's 63, he still has this incredibly powerful technique.
I forgot about this. This is so good.
Look at him go. However, Bartz focuses and is able to counter this technique. Destroyed! He was bopping me! I love that everybody just leaves, presumably in disgust, and Bartz is just like, what did I do? He wanted me to fight him. Sorry for breaking all of your bones. My lupine attack! My lupine attack where I just move at incredible speeds and then bop you. This is also where this information comes up. Both of them know Dorgan. Yeah, that's what I said. What's your point? Also, I love just the plural worlds.
Yeah, I was also about to say.
God, the writing in this game is so damn charming. But yeah, Dorgan was also one of the 4 Dawn Warriors, so there we go. We have at least a little bit of relevance for Bartz in this party. Not to say he necessarily needs it. I still enjoy the fact that he is mostly just a drifter who's here because he thinks it's the right thing to do. But also, his dad was a Dawn Warrior. Makes up for the fact that Bartz is the only person here who isn't royalty.
I may have said something like this before, but I can so clearly see the anime based on this game in my head. It's so weird that they made an anime from this game and it's not an adaptation of the events.
No, it's a weird pseudo-sequel.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just try to adapt parts of the story, because it was clearly made with, like, an anime adaptation in mind in parts. I saw those faces they made.
God, yeah, like, it would have been the perfect period for an OVA as well. Because Final Fantasy V doesn't have the most story. So, like, it would have been fine if they were just like, alright, well, here's the OVA where it's just key scenes from Final Fantasy V in anime form.
It would have been heavily condensed, I think, but...
Oh, yeah. But it would have looked nice. The art style of that OVA is nice, at least.
I'm trying to remember my Japanese history. I don't know exactly when the bubble popped, but it was during the bubble economy that was the peak period for OVAs. Because you could just hurl money at it, because there was too much money to go around.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, plot's happening.
Yeah, so... we put Exdeath in the ground. But as it turns out, Dorgan was not fond of the fact that they trapped an entity that was their problem on a foreign world. It does seem like kind of a dick move, to be fair. That's a lot of info. Dang.
Wow, that's wow. Oh, well.
He died. So yeah, you know how, the seals on Exdeath, kinda got broken? Yeah, my dad could not help with those due to being dead. You were probably wondering about that, Galuf. Game doesn't really dwell on that, but like, God, if Galuf hadn't had amnesia, he probably would have been like, wonder where Dorgan went. And that was probably at least on his mind at the end, just like, alright, well, got my memory back, but whatever happened to Dorgan? Did he die or something? Did Exdeath kill him? I hope not. I hope Stella's doing well. She seemed nice. Alright, so, now that we have gained the trust of the werewolves by breaking all of the bones of their leader, everybody's just out and about. Also, we get to learn that Suze was apparently the werewolf we met on the other world, who fucking burned to death. Excuse me?
Frog.
Oh, hi. If you give me 10,000 gil on that frog, I'll give you this pot. So yes, he is referring to the frog that I just caught, the Cornago, and in exchange we get the Cornago Gourd, which is useful for the Beastmaster. So if for some reason you did the whole thing with catching the monster and you thought, boy, I want to do more of this, don't worry, the Cornago Gourd is here for you. It is basically just an item that makes it easier to catch things. Oh god, actually, to be fair, Cornago Gourd, as I'm looking at the exact numbers, does make it go from, this is kind of a stupid mechanic I would never want to use, to potentially good, because the base the base HP an enemy has to be at is 12.5%. But with the Cornago Gourd equipped, as long as it's 50% or lower, you can catch it. That is legitimately a game changer on Beastmaster. I'm still not going to use it, because I don't like that mechanic that much, but goddamn.
So, is it possible to talk to that guy without a Cornago in your inventory? And if you do, does he say something like, I'm looking for a frog, have you seen the size of the frogs around here? You give me one of those and I'll pay you for it. Just any indication that, like, there's a reason to catch this specific monster at this specific location.
I think he does mention it. I think he still comes out of the well saying, a frog, and they'll be like, boy, I wish I had a frog, or something like that.
Because I do like side quests like that in games like this, where you get a weapon that's not game-breaking, but is very useful to have at this point.
Okay, I did quickly look it up. He will tell you to go catch a frog, so that's good. Alright, that being said though, we're in Drakenvale, and hello new friend. Excuse me? You bitch! What did you do that for?
It's the rival character from Pokemon Gold and Silver.
He looks a little different. Did he get a haircut?
Also love this music. Every time I've said that, it's because the fucking battle theme.
Yeah, I mean the battle theme's fine, but we want to hear the other music. Alright, so, Drakenvale's enemy encounters are, at least for this party, extremely MP draining. So, the zombie dragon here, fairly tough, but, you know, it's undead, so it has all the usual trappings of that sort of thing. You can heal it to death if you want to, otherwise you'll probably want to burn it, and it is just generally very tough. And thank you for using Magic Hammer on the character who doesn't particularly care. I mean, look, Lena has Spellblade, but I'm not going to be using it that much.
I love anytime you attack a monster that's confused or charmed or whatever, and they turn around to face you.
Hey, hold on a sec. I thought I liked you.
And we got Gaia. equip shields is less interesting to me. Even with the more ability slots I'm afforded in this hack, still don't really care about the equip things abilities. Like, they're potentially useful if you care that much about shields, but like, the end game of Final Fantasy V doesn't really care about those abilities.
Yeah. Like, in other RPGs, equipment is considerably more important. Like, in Dragon Quest IV, which I am thinking about for a very specific reason, during the second chapter,
Kill
you
them
have
with
two...
a cave-in outside. Sorry, I just had to mention that.
Yeah, no, that's great. I have two characters, one of which is a martial artist, the other is a priest. Oh, it's this guy again.
Oh, let's maybe help him out this time.
The priest has lower strength, but he can equip stronger weapons. So he's roughly on par with your martial artist for that chapter.
Oh, you bitch! I healed you! What the fuck? What is your deal?
Also, the music for this dungeon, I think it's reminding me of the opening music from the wrestling chapter of Live Alive. I think they're using similar instruments. Well, instruments in quotes, it's all chiptunes, but you know what I mean. Sound fonts, that's the word. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know anything about music. You can't make that face, you knew it was gonna happen. The hole opened when you walked into it.
We wanted it to happen. Alright, so yeah, we want to just press that skull switch.
In general, this game reminds me so much of the original Super Nintendo version of Live Alive. The sprite styles are more or less the same, and the, like, amount of different sprites is about the same. Like, the characters in Live Alive are fairly emotive, much like the characters in this game are.
Also, quick note, today is just a huge win for Beastmaster because we got the Hypno Crown item, which basically just improves your chances of controlling enemies, which is also very good. Also, it's this group again. If it's not this group, then it's just a zombie dragon alone, which is also a resource hog. I like the overworld of this dungeon. I feel like the enemies are very samey, but like in a way I notice and do not enjoy.
Alright, now we can just turn around and walk away.
Yep, we've got this battle in the bag.
I love it. Looks like you've just pointed on the other side of the screen and said, "Look over there."
Excuse me, motherfucker? So yeah, they can do that when they're confused. Drippy has to just fucking reset the time magic. Sorry, return. Which, yeah, no, that is an ability that just resets the fight. So if ever you find yourself in incredible danger, and for whatever reason you can't run away, but you think you can conceivably still pull a win if you try again, yeah, you can just do that. But yeah, no, I learned the day I recorded this that Drippy here does know how to just cast Return. I feel like I've never seen that before, but yeah, no, just decided I'm in danger. I'm gonna reset this whole damn thing.
Yeah, between that and the magic hammer, you really need to be targeting the Drippies first, I think.
I've never seen that happen. Poison eagles are also kind of dangerous, if only for their poison ability. But they die pretty quickly.
Well, then don't eat them. It's not a venomous eagle. You have nothing to be afraid of.
We fought a gill turtle and that fucker was on... Well, I fought a gill turtle and that fucker was on land. You didn't get to see that because I'm not putting anyone else through that. Nobody has to watch me fight a stupid tortoise for like 10 fucking minutes and then die to earthquake. Alright, so, say hello to the reason I had to do this dungeon twice, because I forgot that this guy appeared, and in my initial run-through, Golem here, I didn't even see him, on the overworld. I don't think you actually need to see him and have him punch you in the face, for this to happen, but A, it's funnier if it does happen, and B, I also forgot until this point that, yeah, no, this also happens, and even when I did remember that it can happen, I had to walk back and forth. So basically how Golem works is that, like, he will always appear, well, he can appear in the, outside areas of Drakenvale rather than the caves, and it is in the final room here that he will be ambushed by 2 undead dragons who just decide it's more important to kick the shit out of Golem here. Now, you can kill Golem if you want to, but I would not recommend it because, well, he's a summon. We want him. Alright, so we're just going to stand here and not punch you in the face, even though I feel like we should do that twice. But, as it turns out, he was just scared of us all along. But now that we've protected him, we are given the Golem item. Now we have to use the Golem item in order to get the Golem summon. I don't know why it works like this, but whatever. So yeah, Golem is helpful because he will protect you when you summon him. He just protects the entire dang party, so he's a very good defensive option, which is something we've not really been given just yet. Anyway, though, this is the last room of the dungeon, so this is why I had to walk back and forth to get Golem. Get you out of there. He just said crap. Foul leafy demon. It's doing a wiggle. My god, it's from Monster Party! Get it!
The sunlight, loving in the moonlight.
Alright, so the Dragon Pod. This is a boss that has shifting weaknesses, and also it will try to summon options. So the Dragon Flowers don't have a lot of HP, however, if you don't hit them with their weaknesses, they can resist the things you hit them with, so you technically should probably use Scan or something in order to figure out what they actually do, or you could just cause a cave-in outdoors and just crush all of them to death. So the fact that it can change its weaknesses is a bit of a problem, because as you can see, now fire isn't doing anything, so I mean, that's a real big problem. I'm glad I didn't Spellblade in that case, it's not really gonna help me here. Got a Time Magic instead. What about electricity? Does that do anything? It does something, but not much. So instead, our strategy here should be to use Bio, because Bio is a non-elemental spell. And these guys, as far as I can tell, will never resist Bio. Swords Dance is also good, as always. But yeah, basically, the Dragon Flowers will just try to hit you with status effects, so this is just a fight of, if you don't kill the options, they will slowly wear at you as the Dragon Pod hits you. Apparently, however, the Dragon Flowers are actually susceptible to sleep, so if you put them all to sleep, then they can't do anything, and you can just beat up the Dragon Pod. But I feel like my strategy makes the most sense. You just keep hitting everyone with Bio. I'm gonna be using up MP anyway, I might as well just kill things with it.
Yes, it makes much more sense to unleash an instantly deadly virus on this mountain.
Yeah, I mean, what here on this mountain has not sucked ass? All of it sucks, all the Windrakes are dead, the things they tried to eat turned into big monsters that killed all but one of them. I feel like Drakenvale deserves this. Nobody came back alive from Drakenvale. Well, fuck you, Drakenvale. You're not coming back alive from us.
We met our new best buddy Golem here.
And now he lives with us. He's off the mountain. He's fine. Alright, there we go. Victory. Ooh, 10 ABP. Nice. Oh boy, equip wimps. That's even less exciting than equip shields. Alright, well, Dragon Grass is now just normal. And filled with poison. So with that, we have obtained the Dragon Grass, and we can return back to Ball. Now normally you have to just go back down the mountain yourself, but that sounds like it's awful, so I'm going to use Time Magic. Let's just teleport back.
Hold on a second, this is spatial magic, what the fuck?
Look, Time Magic is kind of a big category that a lot gets shoved into. There's a reason it doesn't really appear that often in the series. Most of its spells can then be applied to black or white magic instead.
My headcanon is that they're just holding themselves in place and then speeding up the rotation of the planet until they get to where they want to go.
This feels like it should fuck something up, but quite frankly I don't care, because I don't want to go down this mountain myself.
Wizards have no sense of right or wrong, and that goes double for Time Wizards.
Alright, so here in the Inn of Quelb, you are allowed to have a free full heal instead of having to spend money at the inn. You are able to do this 3 times. And then I guess the option just doesn't appear anymore. But also, this man will give you dessert, which is apparently 8 potions. I did not realize these were sweets. So yeah, if you want more regular-ass potions, you can get some here, but I've never wanted to overdo it on his hospitality, so I don't. Anyway, that's it for this episode of Final Fantasy V. Next time, we'll return to Ball with the Dragon Grass.